It's over 9,000. The rivalry ignites. United pride. Madrid night. Let's go! Yo, it's the Prince Old Trafford throne. Staying elite, never leave it alone. Bruno Boston, Manu Magic in the midfield. Kuna striking, Xerxes sealing the deal. Liverpool crumbling, title chasing the mud. Arsenal talking trophies, nah, that's a dud. We're climbing the table, rebuilding the rise. Haters stay quiet while the Red Devils fly. Vegeta and Banks, we turn up the heat. Football fire, no cap and lead. From Old Trafford roar to Bernabeu glow. Take so savage, steal the show. Overnight down view, level insane. Rich reppin' United, Banks bringing the pain. Subscribe, hit the bell, join the war. Vegeta and Banks Show, forevermore. Banks in the cut, Galactical supreme. Madrid on top, living the dream. Vinny dancing, Mbappé lightning speed. Bellingham boss, Valverde plant the seed. Barça ahead, we'll flip that script quick. You feel kings, 15th on the pick. United grinding cute, but stay in your lane while we stack trophies. Feel no pain. Vegeta and Banks, we turn up the heat. Football fire, no cap and lead. From Old Trafford water to Bernabeu glow. Take so savage, steal the show. Overnight dog here, level insane. Rich reppin' United, Banks bringing the pain. Ball switch crew, let's ride this way. Every Thursday, we misbehave. Vegeta. Another weak rival crushed. United forever. Galacticos win again. Cope harder. Prince. 808 drop. Subscribe. Again. Come and Vegeta and Banks. It's over 9,000. The rivalry ignites. United pride. Madrid night. Let's go! Yo, it's the Prince Old Trafford throne. Staying elite, never leave it alone. Bruno Boston, Manu Magic in the midfield. Kuna striking, Xerxes sealing the deal. Liverpool crumbling, title chasing the mud. Arsenal talking trophies, nah, that's a dud. We're climbing the table, rebuilding the rise. Haters stay quiet while the Red Devils fly. Vegeta and Banks, we turn up the heat. Football fire, no cap and lead. From Old Trafford roar to Bernabeu glow. Take so savage, steal the show. Overnight down view, level insane. Rich reppin' United, Banks bringing the pain. Subscribe, hit the bell, join the war. Vegeta and Banks Show, forevermore. Banks in the cut, Galactical supreme. Madrid on top, living the dream. Vinny dancing, Mbappé lightning speed. Bellingham boss, Valverde plant the seed. Barça ahead, we'll flip that script quick. You feel kings, 15th on the pick. United grinding cute, but stay in your lane while we stack trophies. Feel no pain. Vegeta and Banks, we turn up the heat. Football fire, no cap and lead. From Old Trafford water to Bernabeu glow. Take so savage, steal the show. Overnight dog here, level insane. Rich reppin' United, Banks bringing the pain. Ball switch crew, let's ride this way. Every Thursday, we misbehave. Vegeta. Another weak rival crushed. United forever. Galacticos win again. Cope harder. Prince. 808 drop. Subscribe. Again. Come and Vegeta and Banks. It's over 9,000. The rivalry ignites.
Yo, people. Just waiting for my co-host, but The show must begin. The show must begin. Shout out to everybody. Yes, this show is back. The Vegeta and Banks Show. I was on another stream. I don't know which stream this was, but somebody asked me, where is the Vegeta and Banks Show? And I don't think they were looking for me, per se. Oh, my camera's moving mad. I might actually have to remove this background. I don't think they were looking for me, people. I think they were looking for my co-host. So, welcome, guys, to another installment of the Vegeta and Banks Show. And isn't life a funny thing? Because originally, when we spoke about the show or bringing it back, it was not even planned properly. We said we're going to speak on United because Temba has his own thoughts about Ruben, about Ineos and the fans. So we wanted to talk a lot about that. I actually wanted to catch up with Timber because we haven't spoken in a while. So we haven't spoken about the United situation. He thinks he knows my thoughts, and I've said to him, "Listen, you'll find out. We probably agree on a lot of the same things. It You just haven't heard me give the opinion because you've been off the grid for a while." So we're going to talk about that. But today, like you see, the comment on the screen says, interesting Shabby Alonso news. And I said, life is full of ironies, bro. Because we were about to go into my club and my club's shenanigans. And lo and behold, the number one biggest football club ahead of us is also practicing the same nonsense. And if you don't know what I mean, people, and I want Temper to come in later, hopefully in a few minutes' time, and be greeted by this image so that he can also talk about it. Breaking news. I don't know how long ago this was. Let me see. When was this posted? It's not even that long ago. 7 p.m. my time, 7:12 p.m. my time. Look what the football gods have delivered. We were going to talk about, and it's funny because Man United, it gets put under a microscope. Also, the British media is dodgy. But look at other big clubs. We had Chelsea do the same nonsense, with the only difference being they hired a permanent manager. United followed suit. Some people were saying maybe it's because we want to get Maresca in. And then this happens. And I'm glad. And he'll tell me when he's ready to join. Because this is the news I wanted to greet him with today. Mr. Banks, are you ready? Hey, are you ready? Just throw me a thumbs up. I'll add you, my bro. This is our show. He looks pissed. He looks pissed, people. Yesterday, he was ranting about the president of Madrid. I'm actually interested. We're gonna pause United and jump right into Madrid because I've got a lot to say about United, and I'm sure Temba does too. But this is the fresh news, Temba. Have you seen
Honestly,
this?
man,
It just dropped
it
like a
is
few
it
minutes ago.
is actually very, very disgraceful. Like, I'm fuming, man. Like, it's crazy. The audacity to sack Alonso and put what is even his name? Abelua in charge. Like, what are we doing? What is this club becoming? Dictatorship or what? Like, this guy called Perez is nonsense. This guy is crap. And I said it, I want his tenure gone. I don't want this guy here anymore. Because if you think I'm going to go on with Alonso, bro, there's nothing like that. You brought this guy into the club. You brought him into the club, knowing fully well, man played 3-4-3 at Bayer Leverkusen. Because we cannot sit here and say Alonso is crap. I'm not having that conversation. I'm not. He's not crap. He knows what he's doing. Just that he needs certain players to play the way he wants. But because we have Perez, who is in charge of the club, that does what he wants, we are going to be having a conversation like everybody in the world of football did not see what Alonso did with Bayer Leverkusen. with minimum budget. Man was able to go to Bayer Leverkusen, starting with from what he was doing at Real Sociedad. What he did at Real Sociedad, that guy made himself. He built himself. And went to Bayer Leverkusen, whereby they haven't won trophies since God knows when. Maybe in the history of the club.
When they getting relegated when he joined them, I think he saved them from relegation.
They were relegating. They were 17th in the table when he got there. And somehow he was able to save them. And in his first complete season, he won the double. Ademola Lookman is the reason why this guy did not win a treble at Bayer Leverkusen. Because I'm not going to be having a conversation here like this guy is a clueless manager who does not know what he was doing. Because before we talk about Alonso, first of all, I want to talk about this guy called Perez, because he put us in this decision, in where we are right now. He put us in the situation we are right now with that stupid signings of Kylian Mbappé. He put us in the dilemma we are right now, because after that season, before Mbappé came in, we needed nobody. That team was complete the way it is. But because he has this stupid thing he does of going after Galacticos, big names, that does absolutely nothing. He brought in a player. Now, a manager has to play Vini, has to play Vinícius, Mbappé has to play Rodrigo. This is madness, man.
Temba, can I ask you a question, bro? Because ownership in Spain works differently from in England, right? I know presidents get elected, but what can fans do to remove a president they're not happy with? Because it seems like Perez is stuck. He's rinsing and repeating what he's done since he's gotten to Madrid, if we're being honest, in terms of building the squad, right? And if he feels like his squad should be doing better, he'll get rid of the manager. We've seen it with Mourinho, we've seen it with Benitez. Every manager that's come to your club, you've tried to build a Galacticos. It worked for a brief period with the Ronaldos and Gareth Bales, but it seems like you're almost doing remember when you had Zidane 2.0, like you had all these good guys that couldn't function in a team again. And it seems like that's his go-to for building a team. So how can Madrid fans put pressure on the club to get a different president with different ideas? Because it's not the same as us, where we need ownership change.
Bro, first of all, what you understand is that when it comes to Madrid or Spain, sometimes, bro, you have to be a billionaire first to be able to be the club president of either Barcelona or Real Madrid. You need the first criteria, you need to be a billionaire.
Yo, that's
then now, honestly, like you need to be a billionaire, like I'm saying.
Damn.
Then when I look at your thing right now, I'm busy. The last one, the last election they did, the last election they made, like this guy, it was walkover. He like nobody contacted with him. Like that is how much of a birthright it seems to be to him, and maybe that is why he's busy doing this nonsense. And I'm not surprised, because you have some deluded fans whereby they don't get to sit back and understand that, no, man, sometimes when you bring in a manager, you need to back him with some signings to play his system. Because as a president of the club, you are very much aware that this guy, you're bringing him to the club, you would definitely need to sign one or two players for this man. But who are you bringing in? You brought in fuck nobody. The new scene is a good signing. Carreras is a good signing. But Raul Asensio should not be starting games in out for Madrid. You have Rudiger, who is, I don't even know where he's coming back from injury or wherever he is.
Oh, that Alba guy is a criminal signing, I must say, bro.
Eden Militao is a good player, but you can't really rely on him. And when you have a player whereby you can't rely on, you can't be like, okay, yes, this guy, when he is available, is solid. What do you go out there to get players? Get defenders. What this nonsense is busy doing, man? You are busy waiting for the next free transfer. We're talking about the next person, talking about Konate, the rubbish at Liverpool. Konate. That's the person this man is busy looking at. We could have Lenny Euro at the club, but because of the stupid thing he does, whereby he believes we are Real Madrid, players should want to come to Real Madrid. Bro, this is 2026. Sometimes you need to splash out the cash because sometimes this guy does what pisses me off. You are there being money-wise, you are spending foolishly. Doesn't make any sense. David Alaba is on 400 and something £1,000 a week.
And
David
Euro
Alaba
wouldn't cost you that much, bro, in wages, if we're being honest.
You are busy.
Euro wouldn't have cost a lot.
You are splashing the money. You are splashing the money in wages and salary. Whereas in your mind, at the back of your mind, like when you hear people, they'll tell you they will go to Mbappé for free. Technically, you didn't get him for free because you have to pay. You gave Mbappé £100 million.
Damn.
Because he came for free. So how is that signing players for free? David Alaba is in the club. Did not play football for 2 solid years. 2 solid years.
That's crazy.
He could have just called David Alaba on the round table, bro. You are not always fit. Let's terminate the contract. We'll give you this amount of money. Go use money and sign defender.
Kenny, bro, I'm telling you, bro. And you know what's worse now? Madrid is not even winning titles, which is what is making the situation worse for them. Before, you could get away with Galactico signings because the Champions League or Super Cup or something would off balance it. Last year, I think was the first time you guys went trophyless, if I'm correct, right? In a long time.
Yeah, in a long time. But one thing again, which I need to understand is this, man. Galactico signings have never worked. It has never worked at Real Madrid. And the honest truth is this, man. I know I was one of the people that would be like, no, Carlo Ancelotti just needs to just bounce. But that guy called Carlo Ancelotti, that man did a miracle at that club. And people want to give credit to Zinedine Zidane when he won the 3 Champions League. Zinedine Zidane only profited from the mess that Carlo Ancelotti had to come and fix. He came and fixed the mess at the club. And the only reason why this guy was able to manage that and was successful at it is because bro has been managing top players. You talk about Kaka, Seedorf, Ambrosini, Dida. Top players. He has managed them all. And he has this thing whereby he has this father and son relationship with his players. Yeah, that was why he was able to succeed at Real Madrid. He was able to do it because he has managed some top bad boys players. Then you're bringing in Alonso, who you know will require some certain players to play a system. You would definitely lead someone like Florian Wirtz in that thing.
Oh,
you need it. But because he has this, I don't know where he got that thing from, man, whereby he wants to sign players for free. Freebies.
Hey, man, I heard it's about the stadium. That's all I heard, bro, when I was looking into it. Stadium cost you guys a lot of money, so you have to recuperate.
I don't believe so, bro. You know, one thing I know is this. They will always look for a way to spin this nonsense. And we always want to just spin it somewhere. Like, how much did Real Madrid made from revenue?
Well,
it was announced.
It was the most lucrative club last year. We're second behind you guys. I think
they were the first club. The first club. Madrid was the first club
or something
to make. I think it was 1.4 billion.
Let me check
in revenue. The first club to do it. So what are you telling me about stadiums? That is just nonsense. And the reason why this guy will do this thing and just get away with it is because you have some deluded, stupid fans.
Damn, you guys made 1.05 billion euros.
I'm telling you. So why are they be mentioning this thing of stadium for me right now? Because that is nonsense. I said it yesterday. I didn't believe that nonsense. I still don't believe right now. I just don't understand why. What is this guy doing? What is he doing? And what was the plan? Because if you are letting go of Carlo Ancelotti and you want to just maintain the same football you want to do, you will not go anywhere near Xabi Alonso. Ruben Amorim should have been the Liverpool coach. But because Liverpool said we play 4-3-3, we don't want to change. That was the reason why he did not take the job. Not because they did not think he was actually good for the job. So it makes no sense to me. Now you are sacking this dude, but it pisses me off because this guy had the opportunity of becoming Liverpool coach. But because on a good day, you would always want to play, like there's no coach out there that will not be like manage Real Madrid. If the opportunity arises.
He could still manage Liverpool if because you look at the way the year's going. Maresca's gone, Ruben's gone. Slot might be next because he's underperforming in his defensive year, so he might still end up in Real Madrid. I mean, in Liverpool. Let me just involve Manj while you cool down because I can clearly see this news is making you very angry. Manj, welcome to the show, bro.
Yo, big up Vegeta, man. It's very interesting. I actually like what Madrid have done here. Because unlike certain clubs in Manchester, they don't trust the process. In Madrid, they just cut them when they just fire them when the time is right. I feel like the thought of losing the thought of the. I mean, obviously they lost the game yesterday, but you can't lose to your fiercest rivals in La Liga. You know, I think that's the final straw, and I feel like them being 4 points from the top from Barcelona is also another. Reason why they sacked him. I think it's the right move for them. In terms of who's next, I don't know, but I feel like the team's god awful. Temba, I'm sorry. Your defense is god awful. Your midfield's run through like a polo, with a hole in the middle. You need a striker, Haaland, if he's available. And I just want to say that, yeah, man, I feel like your cycle's coming to an end, man. I feel like this is Barca's time, and you just have to deal with it. So that's it.
Tim, I can ask you a question with regards to what Manj was saying, bro.
Yeah.
If you bought a striker, right, where would Kylian play? Because I know you're not happy about Mbappé signing, but he's still performing better than your forwards right now. He's got 18 goals, and he says he wants to be a center forward. But we both agreed that you didn't need him. You needed a striker, which is why you were angry when you didn't go for the guy who went to Atletico Madrid. What is his name? Alvarez, yeah. Because that would have balanced your squad more. You would have had Rodrigo and Vinny, who are traditional wingers, and then a number 9 that does number 9 stuff, which Haaland would do, to be fair. So if you get a number 9 to balance the team, where does Kylian play? Because you can't justify not playing him, bro. He's in good form. The rest of the club just isn't.
Yeah, I kind of understand what you're saying, Navigator. But one thing is this, man. I can tell you for a fact, as much as Kylian Mbappé want to tell you, yes, center forward, all this bullshit, he does not want anything to do with it. And that was why I said, when I hear people talking about Rodrigo have to leave, I say to people, I said, no, I would rather lose Vinny on Mbappe than lose Rodrigo. Now, when you look on current form right now, on a serious note, man is doing the job. He's doing the job. But I can tell you that if Mbappe gets to play from the wing, he would actually appreciate it more. The one reason why this guy left PSG was because PSG told him they would sign a forward, and they did not. That was where the fallout started from.
Also, he can actually play with the center forward, you think? So if you guys got
he can play with the center forward.
You got that robot. You don't think it would be a problem for him to play with a person who's playing at the 9 and then he plays off the left wing?
It's not going to be any problem. There's not going to be any problem. Not at all. But right now, would I want to have Mbappé and Haaland in the same team? No, I don't want to have them, both of them.
What if you play him as a 2 up top instead of a 3?
No, it won't work, Manj. It will not work.
Okay.
The reason why you see the season that Bellingham had, the reason why Bellingham had so much goals was because Carlo Ancelotti right now is used to tweaking formations. He is good at it. What he did was we played a 4-2-2 in a diamond shape. Then, right at Bellingham now is playing as the first 9. And that was why man was able to score so many goals. You had Vini on another level. Rodrigo was dropping numbers on another level. And Jude Bellingham was also tremendous. Now, to go from that, whereby you are taking out, you are bringing in Mbappé now.
Yeah.
On a serious note, everybody will want him. There's no club that will not want Mbappé. But the honest truth is that when you have Mbappé...
Oh, your mic's gone. Is it me? Oh, you muted.
The Bernabeu officials got him.
He muted on StreamYard.
Bro, honestly, when you have Mbappé and you have Vini in the same team, it's like it has to be one guy to one guy. Like we all know when Gareth Bale was there, Benzema, Cristiano Ronaldo. Like Bale and Benzema knew the guy, the star boy is Cristiano Ronaldo.
Think of the names you just mentioned, Tumba. Think of the names you just mentioned. Bale, Cristiano, Benzema. Compared to
that I'm saying to you. Yes, that's what I'm saying to you. Because those guys.
But those guys comparable forward is technically Mbappe. He's beaten one of Ronaldo's calendar records already. I feel like you could take the way forward, Timber, because the reality is Mbappe's here. Like you said, you paid 100 million. So for me, the sensible thing
in bonus. Let's 100 million in bonus, bro.
That's a great bonus.
Let's build a forward line around Mbappe and play him. Like, you know how what Mbappe actually needs is a Benzema, a high quality finisher who also is willing to sacrifice his game a bit. Because Benzema could have scored. Benzema could have scored a lot.
Right? You see that kid called Gonzalo Garcia.
Yeah.
Bro, that guy is playing football on another level. It's just that Madrid decided not to sell him or hack him out because there were so many clubs out there wanting that kid after that club woke up. What that kid did, I never expected such from that kid. Now, the thing is this, man. I would tell you, Kylian Mbappé will be able to play from the left-hand flank with that same kid.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Just that. Where does that now leave Vinícius Jr.?
You say I have a question for you, Temba.
Okay, go for it, Munch.
Yeah, something I thought about before I jumped on the stream. Something that Kenny Fan TV said. What's your thoughts on Macaulay Culkin from Home Alone?
That's random.
Oh God, man, this is not don't do this, bro. Like, don't do this.
Actually, what's your thoughts on him? What's your thoughts on Odegaard,
bro? Where's this?
What's your thoughts on him? Do you think he's going to be like Odegaard? Because obviously, when he signed Odegaard, he's meant to be one of the world's best youngest talents. And do you think Goulet can surpass that at Madrid, or do you think he needs to move on?
I think when it comes to GA for Real Madrid, I think after Mbappe, it's Adagule.
I think Goulet is superior to
the guy so far right now.
That's a genuine question I'm asking. I'm just
so far right now. Adagule is playing football whereby I never saw that Carlo, which was one of the reasons I was like, no man, you need to play this kid more. And
I hear it.
Adagule as well would have left. Just that Alonso also said it before. That guy is untouchable, and ever since he has been at the club, man dropped the numbers. We could actually see that yes, this guy is actually good when it comes to GA.
So what you're saying, he just needs more consistency and game time. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, okay. He has. He has been.
But it's been that way since Carlo was here. Me and Temba, when we used to watch the La Liga games together, we used to say like it's such a shame that Gyula's not playing because we saw the talent because he plays for Turkey, no? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Turkey, yeah.
He does.
Yeah, we watched him during the Euros. He's very good. The cameos he made underneath Carlo, he looked very good. I didn't understand why other people in the midfield were playing over him. And I even said to Temba, look, if Madrid doesn't want to play the kid, I'd take him at United because there's something there. And we had people like Flippin, Ericsson, Mount, who was always injured. So we would have had space for the kid. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But Temba, here's my thing. Your club, as much as I'm happy that you are in the same squad now, you're just firing people for fun.
Hi.
Your club is still salvageable, right?
Yeah.
Because here's my thing, bro. You technically need to just sign one forward, in my opinion, to fix your forward line, to balance it out. Like I said, you need a player that's gonna complement Vinny and understand that Vinny is, not Vinny, Mbappé is who people are paying to come to watch. It's cool. I'm gonna get my numbers as well on the side, and the team will win. And then you also need to address your midfield. In this, your midfield also unbalanced.
Before you go to the midfield first, where does that leave Vinícius Junior? Because
bro,
right now
the issue, you have to sacrifice a pawn, bro. Because Vinny hasn't been the same since the last when he was nominated for the Ballon d'Or and Rodri won it. He hasn't been the same, bro. And
see, I disagree with Vegeta.
I can't argue that.
I disagree, guys, because I think like ever since Benzema left, that's when Vinny hit the floor in football terms.
No, man. He actually had a very good season without Vinícius.
Because Benzema carried you to the championship.
No, you will not say Benzema carried. You won't say Benzema carried us.
Sorry, his goals carried you to the championship.
But man, since the Ballon
d'Or provided by Vinícius Junior. Every goal.
Since the Ballon d'Or nomination, he's fallen off, is what I'm trying to say. Vinny
hasn't
been able to
this is also true.
Any sort of form. So it's useless to keep a person who might or might not keep up the form. You know that Mbappé is performing. So if the question is, what do we do with Vinny? Vinny's got two options. You either play from the bench or we sell you. Because there's nothing wrong.
I wanted him gone long time, honestly. Like,
where did he go to?
Man, when you're selling a player, it's not your problem who you sell him to. If you, as the president, call him in, because Perez is a don, let's not forget that. If that guy calls Vinícius Junior in and says, "Chief, I'm done."
My better question would be, which team would take him? I mean, what would be his preferred destination? If you were Vinícius, what would be?
There's only one team that's dumb enough to do that much. You and I know this. There's only one team that will wait in the wings of Madrid scraps. You and I know this.
Yeah.
I don't like
and
it.
then the fan base still go crazy and turn against them.
And remember, we don't have wingers anymore, Munch. And we're not gonna bring back what's his name? Marcus. So who if somehow Vinícius Junior magically became available, you and I know who's gonna buy him. Perez knows who's gonna buy him.
Yeah,
it's not a problem. The problem is do you sacrifice
transfer?
Like, I am regretting that this guy did not take that 450 million pounds from Al Ahly, man. Bro, and like I'm regretting, like, for Vinny.
I just wanted to ask the questions. I just want to know where you
after that season he had before the Ballon d'Or, whatever, they came 450 million.
450 million.
And Perez said if they want Vinícius Junior, they would have to pay his release clause, which is 1 billion. 1 billion.
On,
man, you know the release clause in Spain are always crazy, bro. These guys always put 1 billion on their players.
1 billion. There's 1 billion on Rodrigo, 1 billion on Valverde, 1 billion on Vini. I don't know if the same is on what's his name as well,
Mbappé.
Jude.
It has to be, bro, because you can't give.
I'm sure it's on Mbappé. Bunch. I'm sure it's on Mbappé.
Everybody.
But guys, do you see that the solution isn't that difficult? One, you have to get a manager, unfortunately, who's gonna play a system that facilitates these players. Because the one thing, Temba, you don't want to do is us, where you get a manager who's gonna get players that don't play his system, and then everybody's out of position. Because we'll get to the United section, whether people like it or not, we had people playing in places they've never seen before. I think two players it worked out for, in my opinion, when I thought about it, which was Casemiro. Because right now in the back four, don't look good. Luke Shaw in the back four, don't look good, bro. But even you guys, you don't want to make the issue worse by getting another tactical. You need a person who's good at playing it simple with the current people. Get rid of Alba, bro. That wage bill doesn't need to be there. Get rid of him. Go sign McGay, bro. Perez, please open your purse strings. Go sign Gay before City does, because City is also looking at him, apparently.
I'm sure Jude would give him the what do you call it, Duolingo teacher. You know what I'm saying? Them lectures.
Oh, man,
Oh, yes,
I still can't believe the guy did this, man.
and he knows Spanish, bro. He's good, bro. He'll say he's interviewing English. But what I'm trying to say, Timber, is that you guys are not in an unsalvageable place, especially if you get the appointment right now. I don't see Perez signing people in January personally. So you need a manager that can come in now. And I know 4 points seems like a lot, guys, but even Hansi Flick's Barcelona hasn't been perfect if you've been watching them. It's just that Madrid has
which coach is out there right now? Vegeta?
If I want to be
Which
funny
coach
about it, you know,
is out there right now?
There's a certain manager, yeah.
Bro, you know what is that? There's no way he's not good.
Sir.
You know what is this, man? You know what Vegeta is this, man? You see the way United sacked Ruben, and all of a sudden, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer came outside to be like, man, he will take the job. Bro, there are jobs you don't even show your face to ask and say, is he available?
Yeah.
And Real Madrid's job is one of them.
Timber,
Like,
how about Jurgen Klopp? What is that?
Bro,
no, Jurgen, like I would take Jurgen.
Shout,
but my point, like I would take him. But what I want you guys to understand is that, because I hate this thing whereby it's looking like.
Oh, he muted himself again. Madrid is not happy with his rebuttal.
We are muted today.
Real is hacking Timber.
Honestly,
The Bernabeu squad.
I'm not loving it that it seems as if this guy is actually the issue, of which he is not.
Jurgen Klopp would do wonders for you.
What he went through was the same thing Carlo Ancelotti went through, because we had players dropping like flies. Injuries.
Yeah.
The only thing is that we had a coach in Carlo Ancelotti who is able to convince you, like that man will tell you, Vegeta, the way you are right now, you know very well that you are a striker. This man will convince you and say, no, you are a right back. You are a right back. And you will play the right back as if it's your own.
I swear he did that to Kamavinga, bro. Man was playing fullback. I couldn't believe it.
Man was playing, like we had Kamavinga playing left back, not because he wants to put him there, but because we had no players. Injury. And we have Perez. You could actually see that, man, bro. Let's be fair. Rudiger injury, Eden Militao injury. Now you have to play kids. Like Aron Asensio.
Not gonna lie to you, bro. I think it's gonna be interim settings, because a lot of good managers will become available after the World Cup.
Yeah.
No, honestly, man, I would take if Jurgen is available, which I don't think he is, because
bro, anybody's available for the right price, bro.
We're available. I'll do it.
If you guys go to Red Bull, because remember, Jurgen is not coaching technically. He's sporting something for Red Bull. If you guys pull up, because remember, the reason why this guy took a backseat from coaching was he was so tired of competing with Pep, bro. It's not that Klopp doesn't like coaching. I'm sure he even misses it, bro. And
but I want to ask something, like, why do clubs make these stupid mistakes of backing the wrong managers?
Because they're idiots. That's why.
So you've got 500 million pounds to spend on an slot, but you add Jurgen Klopp. You could not spend that same amount of money on him.
Do you know what it is, Timber? It's in life. It's like when you have a person who's used to taking a little bit and makes much out of it. It's greed, essentially, right? If somebody can take $100 and do $1 million stuff, you don't really have the motivation or inclination as a businessman, because a lot of these people are business people, unfortunately, to spend beyond the $100. I think the fact that Liverpool spent as much as they did speaks to they don't think Slot is at the quality of a club. So to bridge the gap, we need to spend a lot more. I don't know if that makes sense. I just think they took, because even if you look at Fergie, bro, people always talk about Glazers. Bro, Fergie was also working with scraps, guys. If you actually look at his signings and some of the people he had to bring in, but
man was making people like Gabriel Baton.
Oh my God.
But because he's Fergie, bro, he took the $100 and he elevated it. And then you bring in a Ruben, he can't do that. So unfortunately, you have to spend to meet Ruben where Ruben is. Now, Perez or Liverpool are stupid, like you're saying, because if you spend slot money on a Klopp, guess what? Now it becomes that much easier to play against Pep. Because why? Pep is getting slot money and he's Pep at the same time. You get what I'm saying? He's getting
man has spent 2 billion on transfers since becoming Man City coach. Which is when I say I don't rate the dude, people think I'm crazy. He has spent 2 billion since becoming Man
he's
City
winning now, isn't it? So
my
that's
God,
the difference.
Man.
He's winning. You can't really knock it.
The only way I'm going to be happy with this guy called Perez is if he goes out there and gets me Jurgen Klopp. That is the only way I will sweep this under the carpet.
Sometimes we think stuff is impossible until it happens. I feel like if Madrid has the conversation and says, yo, if there's one job, like you say, Timber, that Klopp would probably come back into coaching for, it has to be Madrid. Because look at the amount of good managers that have sacrificed themselves for Man United. Madrid is a level above that, bro. Bro, I bet you even if you called Rubes tomorrow, bro, that guy's on a plane to Madrid now, bro, even after getting sacked, because it's Real Madrid. So what I'm trying to say is, if Perez is serious, bro, and you want a manager now to try and still win the league, go speak to Jurgen, bro. But if you're trying to be on some cheapskate stuff, it's going to be interim. You wait for the World Cup. You go talk to Tuchel. You go talk to...
God, my God. Please don't mention that guy's name. Please.
I'm just saying.
I don't want that guy in my... I don't want that dude.
I'm thinking like Perez. I'm thinking like Perez. I'm not thinking like me.
My God. Do you even call him Thomas Tuchel?
So what we're saying, guys, Ruben Interim, yeah? What are you saying?
Bro, I would take Ruben over that. Chill. Yeah.
It will be tough, man, because
I'm going to lose it, man. I am going to, I am going to be Thomas Tuchel out from the very first day.
Hey, Madrid, you must.
From the very first day.
Amorim wouldn't make sense because for me, Xabi was a better executor of the same system. He went unbeaten and in a better league. So to think about this, if you're a Madrid fan, you fired a guy who plays the system that the other guy is coming in, and he's far superior than the guy you just fired. Does it make sense, bro? Like
only United would do that. To be fair,
I don't want Tuchel. I don't want Boca around football. I don't want that guy.
I don't also want him. And I heard some United fans talking about it. But Temba, honestly, like I think Perez is gonna do interim because he's not trying to spend money to buy anybody out of their contracts.
That stupid guy had already put in Rawa Abelua in charge as head coach.
Oh, Abelua,
as interim coach. Yeah, Abelua.
He was a cold player still. I can't lie.
Abelua, who for me when he was playing was absolutely horrendous.
He's a
horrendous. But you could say. He might not be a good player, he might be a good coach.
Yeah.
But in my own opinion right now, I'm sorry, guys. The one person that I would see in the dugout and be like, okay, yeah, I believe this, whatever project this guy believes in is building in his mind, I can actually buy into it. If he goes out there, do whatever he can to get Jurgen Klopp. Or Kwan Lo, the Germany coach, who used to coach Germany before Asiflik and Nagelsmann.
I thought of an ex-United player and Madrid player for you, Temba. He's unbeaten at United. Ruben Van Nistelrooy as interim.
You know what is that interim? We are calling Ruben Van Nistelrooy. Is that one a coach? He could not even keep Leicester City job in Leicester. He cannot keep a Leicester City job. You're talking about that guy will just grow. He will become Pep Guardiola.
I ain't gonna lie to you, Timber, yeah?
Man will grow back, man. Man will grow back.
I don't think
Timber, yeah? Look at it. And for Kenny Fan TV, bro, Like, don't call that guy's name. Don't even mention
Can I
it.
be honest with you?
Eric Bin Laden, bro.
That guy is in that guy. He's bar already. If he
Can I be
gets
honest
that
with you?
job,
Vegeta, can I be honest with you? I was just gonna watch the stream, and hear you guys talk about the United Circus. When I saw that news about Xabi, I thought, Vegeta, send me the link right now.
no. I'm so
Timber is
mad.
stressed,
I'm
bro.
so
We haven't
pissed,
even
man.
spoken about the game, Timber, bro. How do you feel 24 hours later after losing the Super España? Was it
Bro,
Yeah.
bro, sometimes you win games and lose games.
Yeah.
Yes, I can agree. I understand that it's rivalry. I get it. But the honest truth is this, man. Barcelona have that advantage over Madrid. Why? As a Flick has been in the job this is his second year. In his second year. And you brought Alonso. He has been through the league. Alonso has been able to do whatever he can, beat him once, of which that was in the league. It was a final. A final that used to be just between two teams initially.
Yeah.
Because you guys need to also understand what this thing corruption is doing to football, money is doing to football. Initially, it's just two clubs, Barcelona and Real Madrid. All of a sudden, they took that to Saudi Arabia just because it pays about 51 million, maybe 58 million pounds. Now they have to do what? They grab, like, it was basically Community Shield with 4 teams.
Yeah, but you know that Barca needs money, bro. They've been pulling levers, bro. You can't blame Barca for wanting it.
No, I'm not blaming them for winning the game. Like, I'm just trying to understand what this man is doing, Cook Perez. I'm just trying to just understand it because it doesn't make any sense to me. You are sacking a proper manager. Habelua, my God. Even pronouncing his name is a problem. Habelua. So I would just look at the dugout and you look at players like Mbappé, Vinícius Jr. and look at this guy, like this guy, and you're telling you're rubbish. You want to coach me?
No, don't worry. Mbappé will coach the team instead of him. He'll do what Bruno does. Have you seen
At least, if you are sacking Alonso to bring in Zidane, I would understand.
Yo, for a third time, bro. That's crazy.
Yes.
For a third time, bro.
I'm not
You know,
I tell you, Vinicius, always that I don't rate Zidane as a coach. I say it always. Because whatever Zidane, as an interim. Okay. Because whatever Zidane achieved at Real Madrid was everything was built by Carlo Ancelotti. And the mess we are in right now, the one person out of Jurgen Klopp that can come in there and stabilize everything, is Carlo Ancelotti.
Wow.
You would you would swear that Ancelotti is made to fix messes. Because when Mourinho left that job, it was a mess.
Damn.
And it has happened the first time, he did it. Second time again, he came, fixed everything, won titles, and he left. With all the old thing we're going through right now, the one club I know, the one person I know, out of the club, because I don't rate these names down. Like, I don't rate those coaches. Honestly, man, I don't rate these guys.
Bro, the pool is very small, bro. Unless you're gonna try and get Pep, and then he's done Barcelona and Madrid.
I'm sure it's not gonna happen. And at this point in time, I tell you, that guy, I don't rate him as well. He needs money to succeed. Yes.
Yeah, so
like this guy came to Man City when 2015, 2016. If I'm not really sure.
It's
from that time he has spent in the club. Man has spent 2 billion. 2 billion in one club. 2 billion. Then you believe he would come to my club whereby Perez is busy looking for freebies.
Good freebies though. Mbappe was a good freebie.
Mbappe is technically not a freebie. 100 million pounds. Man took 100 million pounds. He took 100 million pounds and he's still busy fighting with PSG to get another 50 million pounds. About another 100 million pounds.
That guy doesn't have to play football ever again, bro. That guy is sorted for life.
So what I was saying,
yes,
I would have used that 100 million pounds to get 2 defenders.
Hey, Timber, good question about 100 million, yeah?
Schlotterbeck at Dortmund was available.
I thought you told me to shut up.
No, man, sorry. Diamande is there.
Bro, Magay is going for free, bro. You can buy him now in January. Cheap.
Schlotterbeck. I was actually looking at it. I saw Schlotterbeck. You can look at
Hey, Timber, to the question, yeah? You mentioned 100 million, yeah? Would you spend it on Bruno Fernandes?
Bro, I am sorry, Modi Saudi will be stupid enough to give you guys 100 million.
Bro, Valverde and Bruno must be.
Bro, man, I will not even spend 15 pounds on Bruno Fernandes, man.
Thank you.
Don't lie to yourself, bro. That guy's the number one.
Bro, I am Vegeta. I am telling you the honest truth. If I see that conversation wherever, like the rumor, the speculation of it coming up that Madrid.
Yeah, are you telling me? Are you telling the truth right now?
Bruno Fernandes, bro, I am going to get a visa, passport, flight to Spain.
Temba, let's be honest.
I'll go start a protest at the Madrid stadium.
No, Temba, there's no way you are telling me right now.
Bruno Fernandes.
Bruno Fernandes. Valverde and Bellingham.
I am sorry. No. That guy with a rat's face can only succeed at your club.
Oh, I wish I had Valverde to prove you wrong. I need a number 6.
Valverde to prove me wrong.
Let me stop you there.
Like you guys know have Pogba. Didn't you have Pogba?
Yeah.
Didn't you have Pogba?
But Pogba's not a 6, bro. Don't do that.
No, bro, I'm asking you a question. This you are calling a Valverde. You're calling a Valverde, who, in my own opinion, you can't really tell.
You
can't really tell the team he plays. Honestly, Kenny, I will protest. I will protest, man.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro, I'd have.
Bro, I will go naked at the stadium, bro.
I'd take a midfield of Bruno Fernandes, Valverde, and Kobe, bro. I'm cooking.
Oh, my man is even ruining everything. Kobe.
Hey, Kenny fan TV.
Like, Kobe can't even get to. Like, wait, match, wait, please.
Can we clip this?
Kobe Mainoo could not even get into a team that had Casemiro, Manuel Ugarte. He could not get into the team.
Don't do that, bro.
It's Ruben. Not an Amorim team, bro. The problem is that you guys are always busy.
You know what? I'm gonna save it for the United.
Overhyping players, bro.
Yeah, because I have to go in about 5 minutes. So
your club, you guys are good with overhyping players. Actually, just a small decent performance, and it is the best thing since sliced bread.
Hey, Kenny fan TV, can you clip his reaction for the Bruno section, please? Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
I'm gonna clip it, bro. Don't worry, it's going on to my shorts immediately, bro. But first, wait, Temba. You got a chance. Wait, bro. You got a chance to rant about
what?
Now it's my turn. No, you got your opportunity to rant about Madrid. Now it's my time because everybody and their mother has something to say. Yes. And people are not listening at each other right now. And I'm talking about you, Temba. You see the United fan base? I'm so sick of the United fan base. I want to watch the football.
Let me say something. It has been said. That's what I will say. Alonso decided to leave the club.
Oh, he fired himself. Wow.
He left the club himself. And if that is true, bro, power to you.
Nah, he did it himself, bro. That's a G right there, bro. Not like our guy who said, I'm willing to leave and take nothing, but he didn't do it. Criminal.
Yeah, man decided to leave the job. Now I can actually sit back and be like, yes, man, he didn't get sacked. Because
so basically,
I would hate him to get sacked. to ruin
walked alone.
whatever is the CV man has been able to build
Okay.
from
Tell
Real Madrid Academy
My turn
to Real
My
Sociedad to Bayer Leverkusen. Okay, yeah, Vegeta, go. It's your turn now.
my
Your
turn
turn
now.
now.
And Temba,
Your
the next slide is for you and it's for other United fans. And I want you guys to listen and to read carefully. Okay? I've already
sponsored
done
by
this,
Grok.
but now I had to add a different slide now because people don't listen. Right? The first slide is a disclaimer because people don't listen. And I'm sick of tired of this fan base. The fan base and the ownership are going like this in a head-to-head for me to not like them. Anyway, first disclaimer is we support the same club, in case people didn't know. In case it wasn't clear, we all support Manchester flipping United, okay? The slides presented do not ignore any other issues at the club. We are very well aware of them, okay, guys? We are aware. This is a recap of the manager's tenure, his results, and the ownership's actions or inactions. Some of this will be factual and some will be opinion-based. Does that make sense to people? Some of it is my opinion, some of it is facts, and you don't have to agree with it. It's okay. The facts you can go Google. It's facts. It doesn't care about your feelings. Where facts are misrepresented, my deepest apologies. I'm only human. Sorry, guys. I can also make mistakes. I'm not gonna die on the hill of my facts. Again, I just want to say this for the last time. We support the same club, and ultimately, we all want to be successful, or at least I believe so, Timber. Because some of the things I've been hearing, I don't know what people want anymore. Let's move on, right? Because Mr. Timber thinks I'm only blaming Ruben, but let's start with Ruben. This criminal, this guy who's the devil's child, because he's just baptized everybody with the spirit of lies. This one, Lucifer's right-hand man. You see, the only person who's more destructive than this guy is Ten Hag bin Laden, but he's got a special category. That one. Nobody can ever touch what Ten Hag did to this club, in my opinion. Let's move on. Sorry. You see how much I hate that guy? Eric. That one. Don't want to think about him. Ruben Amorim. We hired him on the 11th of November. Right? Guys, when does the league start? Let's start there. Because people are telling me it was halfway through the season. Does the season not start halfway through August? Last time I checked, it does. August, September, October, November. So the first 3 months was Eric Ten bin Laden. Then the rest of the 6 months, because the league is 9 months long, if I'm not mistaken. So the other 6 months was this guy. And when this guy played his first match, he drew, which was on my birthday. Criminal, bro. This criminal hasn't won a damn game on my birthday since coming to this club. I've been sad, bro, since this guy got to my club. It's criminal, bro.
Are you done, man?
Wait, I'm not done. Wait.
Thank you.
I'm gonna continue. His first win came 4 days later in the Europa League. Remember, we couldn't win in the Europa League, and then this guy came and we started winning. Hallelujah. After that, well, guys, I'm not going to go through the timeline. We finished 15th. It was nonsense. He gave up the league. He lost to Tottenham. It wasn't good, guys. Not good at all. And apparently, I found this out, that 15th with the points is United's worst Premier League season ever and lowest position since relegation in 1974. This guy's first season, and I say season because he came in November, okay? This was not no January job. He finished as low as the team that was relegated in 1974. Do you understand the criminality that's going on here? This is criminal behavior right here. But anyway, he doesn't get fired. You know why? Ineos. But we'll get to those criminals. Now, next, it's a new season, guys. You know, new season, new hope. Let's back the manager. We got rid of the bomb squad. But guess what? This very same criminal lost to Grimsby Town. How do you lose to Grimsby Town? How? Explain to me for 10 marks. So we're out of the Carabao Cup. This criminal don't win no back-to-backs. He's only done back-to-back twice, apparently. Right? He's done it November 2025 to January. No, I'm lying. October to November, he did a 3 game when he beat Liverpool and those other teams. And then Botswana Papi was telling us to hold that because his manager has arrived. And then we went back to not winning anymore. Because before we fired him, this guy only had 3 wins in 11 games. This criminal, bro. These are the facts. These are not opinions. These are facts, bro. And if people have a problem with it, deal with Google, bro. Because I Googled this stuff and I watched it in real life in 4K. Then this guy, on top of that, when he wasn't getting fired for Grimsby, he's not getting fired for 15th. He's not getting fired for no winning. You know what he gets fired for, Timber? You want to take a guess? He gets fired for comments made after the Leeds game, bro. That's what Ineos choose to fire him for. Those criminals.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to Ineos right now, bro. Don't worry, bro. Save.
No. Let's take it bit by bit. Let's take this thing bit by bit.
Did I lie, bro? Did I lie?
Now let's go with Ruben. I remember saying on a stream, I said, I've noticed that Bruno, Diego Dallo, somehow, no matter what they do, no matter what performance they have, they still somehow keep their position of starting 11. And I said also, playing Dallo, playing Bruno is going to be the reason he gets out. You understand? Now, coming to that right now, which is that, like you said, if Ruben was sacked because of his performances, the results, I would understand.
Yes.
Man was sacked because he called out the board.
And I hear
because you know what is that? First,
see, even the Glazers are hacking you. And before
which is
you
why,
fix your mic, I want you to focus.
I'm saying the truth.
Let's focus on Ruben's performance before we get to Ineos.
No,
you said step by step.
You know what,
right?
Britta, I think just finish with the Ineos and Wikos. Just say everything. Then we'll go. Everything will make sense. So
it'll make sense, Temba, and you're going to see that you and me are on the same side, Temba. That's what I'm trying to show you. But the reason why, and I want to make this very clear for the people who don't listen at home. The reason why I went through the timeline, Temba, because I went out of my way to see what was Ruben's time like factually. Because United, you and me know this, Temba. United fans have a tendency of forgetting. They just, every season, Temba, it's forget the past. It didn't happen. It's impossible, bro. How are we going to assess a manager, a player, or an ownership if we don't look at all of the work they've done? Because when we judge Ineos, we look at what they did with Ten Hag, we look at what they did with Dan Ashworth, we look at what they did with Ruben. Why? Because everything happened. So all I'm trying to say with the Ruben part, guys, is that this happened. All of this happened. It's facts. His win percentage was 38.1 across both seasons. The lowest of any manager, bro. And people were saying Oli was vibes, football. Oli had no tactics. But Ruben, who's got tactics, Ruben, who's won a league, has 38.1. But if you criticize, and you, Tamba, you know this, when we did shows last year, the thing that pissed me off was that anytime you want to criticize the manager, guys, we know we've got bums. Tamba highlighted, why is Diego Dalot still playing? Why is Bruno still playing when they're not doing good? Why is we know the criminals, Tamba. We know the Luke Shaws of this world. We saw them with our own eyes. We saw the Rasmus Højlunds of this world who were missing for fun, bro. We know the criminals. But we can't also pretend like Ruben was not putting on defensive substitutions when we are trying to score goals, bro. This guy's solution to scoring a goal was Maguire. My gosh. And the fact that Maguire pulled through sometimes, he's lucky, bro. But that's just Maguire, bro. But my point is, Ruben didn't help himself, bro. Because this guy did the same thing for 10 to 12 months. And then apparently, I don't know if it's true because I don't sit in the boardrooms, Wilcox tells him, yo, do a back four, which is crazy, by the way. Why are you telling a manager what tactics to use? You're not managing. But Wilcox tells him anyway, he does it for one half. It sort of works. And then he goes back to the back three and he tells us, well, I'm learning. Bro, shut up, bro. My point is, this guy is being made out to sound like he's our Jesus Christ, he's Moses, he's going to part the Red Sea, he was doing everything right. No, he wasn't, bro. This guy inherited the club when we were 4 points off the top. He left us when we were 3 points. He left us in the same damn place, just a different position in the league, bro. So this whole progress thing that people make up in their head because of XG, XGT, X whatever is nonsense, bro. That's the only point I'm trying to make with Ruben. Ruben forfeited 24-25 season for a competition he didn't even win, bro. I don't understand why people ignore these facts. Now, let's go into the other facts that the other fan base ignores, Timber. The owners. Because there's a lot of things that are wrong with this club. And I wish I could talk to the fans, bro. Because you and I know the fans are also problematic. These criminals.
I always say it, bro. I always say it.
My fan base.
I always say it. I do. I always say it. Because once again, Vegeta, you made mention of something that these same players, they lost to Grimsby Town. Now, Vegeta, there's what they call standards.
Yes.
And you guys have so many players.
Yes.
They run players in your club.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when Madrid played Arsenal, I said something. I said, if these guys somehow lose to Arsenal, I'm going to lose my shit. Because, bro, without players, like I expect my players to be locked in to be able to beat Arsenal without even a manager. And that is the same thing I expected from a United fan, whereby we're playing a Champions League is Grimsby Town. I would expect that even though Bruno was healed at the hospital, Madrid should, Man U should be able, those players should be able to go to the pitch and be like, this is Grimsby, let's disgrace them, let's humiliate them.
Now, this is where the fan base is a problem, Chamber. This is where the fan base is a problem, right? Because the manager is one thing, it's easy to criticize the manager because it's not like anybody else is co-managing. With the players, if you criticize Bruno Fernandes, so Bruno's the worst thing since sliced bread. It's like, brother, does Bruno not have bad games, bro? What are you talking about, bro? If you criticize Casemiro, yeah, but he's won 5 Champions Leagues. I'm like, brother, did he win them for us? Were those 5 Champions Leagues for us? Why are we dying on the hill of Madrid's cups? Yeah, whatever. Onana, yeah, but he was good at Inter Milan. Well, is he good for us? I don't. And this is where I've got problem with the fan base, bro. It's you see reality and you get angry at me because I'm criticizing your favorite, whether it's Ruben, whether it's the players, because you love them. I can't criticize them. So I have to show you that your favorite is doing nonsense by pulling out statistics, by showing you video clips, because apparently when they are playing for us or managing us, you become Stevie Wonder. You don't see anything anymore. Oh, it didn't happen.
That's just too much. It's just too much.
This pisses me off, bro. This fan base. And you know what makes it even worse, bro? I didn't even prepare for the fan base, by the way. This is just from the top of my head. Temba, we lose to flipping Brighton, bro. People are not upset that we lost to Brighton. People want to say, I told you so. We didn't play a back 3 and we still lost. I'm like, brother, does it matter, bro? Were we winning the back 3? Does it matter?
I can actually understand those people that says that. You know, one thing about your family, everybody wants to be right.
Thank you. And that's wrong, Temba, for me. That's wrong.
Because one thing is this, as much as I sit here and look at the team, like, okay, yes, United, they played a 4 at the back and they still lose, which basically means it was not the system or the formation, like people were saying. First of all, Ruben should not have lost his job before the likes of Omar Barada and Wayne Coase. Because
those ones, don't worry.
These guys, you sacked. What is it called? You guys sacked Tim Ag.
Yes.
Then these two dudes, Omar Barada and Wayne Coase, then look all the managers' markets and decide we are going to bring in a manager that plays a 3-4-3 formation.
Mm-hmm.
You bring in that guy into the club.
Mm-hmm.
You know deep down you love a back four. You want to play a back four. How about you go get your back four somewhere else? You went and bringing a manager into the club that plays a 3-4-3. You lied to the dude for him to take the job, promising to back him up with signings. That is one. This guy called Vevel, Christopher Vevel, that guy was sacked at Chelsea because it seems that what you guys say is we are going to bring in best in class. You guys are busy going for the rejects.
I don't worry. That one is firmly on the ownership, and I don't disagree. My problem, Timber, is we always, and this is what was in my disclaimer, we all forget we support the same club, but United fans seem to find joy in saying hold that more than winning.
Yes, because like I've seen your fan base. They want to be like me. I feel there are people in your fan base that sometimes wish for you guys to have a bad game just because they want to prove a point.
And that's
of
wrong
which
for me.
it's crazy. It is mad. Sometimes you should be able to be happy
that you are
Be
wrong.
happy that I'm wrong, or be happy that my club won a game.
And that's the foolishness of this fan base. Because me, Temba, even though I publicly said I don't back this manager because I don't trust him, if Ruben turned around and won a Premier League, don't I look stupid if I still say Ruben out?
Yeah,
I would rather come on my platform and say, you know what, guys, I'm wrong. I'll go to all the channels and apologize with joyful heart because I've won the Premier League. But the problem is, because people want to be right, Timber, people would rather say, yeah, but I still don't like back three. Back three would have won you the league. Does it matter, bro? Like, you understand how crazy it is, bro? That's why even yesterday, bro, I stop watching the game. I go to YouTube, bro. All I see is, well, who do we blame now? Well, we played 4 back. Well, I'm like, guys, really? Like, okay, you are right. What now? Does your rightness mean we're going to get 3 points at the end of the
day? Like the way your family sounds, I should be sounding that way. You understand? I, who is in neutral, should be saying, okay, you guys have been saying this. You played the back four. You still lost. Kobe Menu, people have been saying, he's not giving him play time. He's not giving him play time. Kobe played. It looked like shit.
And that's honestly. Fine. That's
and now does that support the motion that Ruben was benching him on along? Because now you have a player, and I hate saying this, Kobe is a kid that needed to be nurtured properly, protected properly.
But
and they will not.
Here's the problem with the fan base, right? And thinking like that. Because I can also point out, if you say the back three wasn't the problem, I can easily point to Ten Hag and say he played a back four and won us 2 cups. Back three, no cups. You understand that we can make an argument for anything. You can say he was right about Kobe, but he was clearly wrong about Shea Lacey, bro, because the kid's got something about him. You decided to play Fletcher twins. You decided to play flipping these other dons we don't know, bro, that did nothing when they were here. You threw the kids under the bus. You can make an argument. My point is, guys,
but your fan base is messed up, man. Like I saw people going in on Shane Lacey. And I was like, bro, he's a kid. He's a kid. He would make mistakes. He would.
There are grown men on YouTube. There are grown men on YouTube who don't know how to control their emotions. These same grown men want a kid to be under control. Are they sick in the head, bro? This is the sickness of this fan base, bro. They all want to seem like they've got coaching badges from UEFA, bro. If you are such a good coach, why are you not even coaching Wrexham of teams or QPR or Kaiser Chiefs? Since you are so knowledgeable of football, people forgot that we are fans, Timber. Yes, we've got opinions, but our opinions are not facts. It means that sometimes we can get stuff wrong in our opinionship. And me, I've always said when I come to YouTube, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If it's wrong, tell me. And you know why? Because I know that Riri will call me out. She will call out my nonsense. And I'll be like, you know what? You are right. I was wrong. But we've got too many people in this fan base that will dive on lies when they know it's lies, bro. You can't tell me that Ruben, look at this. Let me show you. Look at this. Whether people like Ruben or not, this is where he finished. This is where he finished himself. The points he got were from Eric Ten Bin Laden and from Ruud. That's the points he got. He didn't acquire enough points to survive the league. Ruben could have been relegated on his form last year. That's the truth. Whether you like Ruben or you don't like Ruben, that's the truth. Ruben could have relegated Man United for the first time since 1974, I think it is. And that's the man you guys are calling in.
I actually feel I pity the guy, and I actually believe he should have just stick to his gun and be like, I will come at the end of the season. Because
you should have called their bluff, Temba, because nobody forces you to do nothing. Temba, a company can't call me today and say you must quit when I know I have to give 30 days or lose money. I'll be like, dude, I've got a family. I'm not giving up no damn 30 days. Thank you, but no thank you. If the opportunity passes me by, it passes me by. So people mustn't act like Ruben didn't choose it. Unless we're saying that Ruben is not a man, he can't make his own choices. He clearly wanted to come here, bro.
No, he clearly want to come. He did.
Yes, they lied to him. I'm not going to take that away. It's not his fault completely, but he also chose to manage this club. He chose to keep playing the law when he's not in form. He chose to put Luke Shaw where he put him, and it worked out for Luke Shaw, luckily for him. But he made choices. And people have been gaslighting me for far too long, Temba, in this fan base to make me think maybe I wasn't watching the same Man United because clearly Ruben was building a dynasty and I missed the bus. Guys, the facts don't support you, unfortunately. If this guy is doing worse than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who you guys don't rate, clearly I'm not crazy, okay?
You know what is this, man? Like, your fan base, I don't understand what they want. Because, in my opinion, I think since Silas Ferguson, the one person that I've coached that club and I loved his football, I could see what the team is all about, was Ole.
Preach, bro. Because people are going to say it's revisionism that we are saying we like. Bro, Ole ball is the closest thing to Fergie ball if you compared it side by side.
Because that guy was all about, bro, this is what it is, and this is it, and it worked. Like, you guys were smashing teams 6-2. You were coming back from losing to winning in Champions League, beating PSG. You guys were doing it. You were doing those sports.
That's the only downside. He didn't win
trophies. Didn't just win trophies. But the thing is that that is the place whereby the owners of the club are just spinning the entire fan base around, turning you guys against each other because they know if you guys can stand as one, demand one same thing, they are in trouble. So what they do is they try to, split you guys, and it works in your fan base. It works very well.
That's how I know this fan base is dumb. Manj, I'm going to bring you in just now because I see you rejoined. But you know what's so dumb about this fan base? All of these professors and chiefs, bro. The moment we all get together and we agree on something, these guys sign one damn player and everything is forgiven, bro. That's why I'm like, these people are chiefs, bro. These guys want to act like they're professors and have PhDs, bro. You guys are liars.
Vegeta. I'm going to be honest with you. I actually believe you guys were better off with the Glazers. Just the Glazers. Because I know for sure Inos are worst. Because when you have a fan base, your fan base is like this. Glazers goes out there and just sign one player, a big name, and shut everybody up.
These guys are making Ed Woodward look like he knew what he was doing.
They are making Ed Woodward look And John Mate, they make those guys look incredible. Like, no, those guys were success. They are making them look successful.
Manj, I know you don't have a lot of time, brother, but clearly you've got a strong opinion. So go for it.
Yeah, about the ownership here, I want to say something to the YouTubers out there, to the content creators out there that speak a lot of drivel. I'm not going to mention any names. There is no rebuild until the owners leave, right? You can mention rebuilds after a loss. You can mention rebuilds after poor performances. The bottom line is there is no rebuild until these owners go, and the owners are the bomb squad. That's all I got. Thanks for having me on, man. Big up.
And I'm glad. Thank you, Manj. Let me actually. We've done Ruben's section enough, and I'm not changing my mind. People can tell me about back four, about Kobe. You guys were wrong about Ruben. Fact.
Yeah, Vegeta, before I go, yeah, thanks for having me on. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Big up.
I appreciate you, Manj.
Big up to you, man. Big up to you, Manj.
Shout out Joe Blackman. Let me skip because we don't need these stats. These ones are Temba knows the truth about United and Ruben. Let's look at this ownership, because you can't look at Ruben's time and not look at what Ineos did. And you can see the first title, Temba. It says criminals. Ineos, because I'm not blind to the fact that Ineos has done criminality. That's what people need to understand. I'm not blind. Let's look at the first section, right? It says hiring Ruben Amorim. Actually, let me go to my actual, because I want to read this. They poached Ruben from Sporting in November, right? The next big thing, tactical genius, 3-4-3. They forced him. Now, as much as I said Ruben could have said no, these guys could have made a better decision and hired him next summer. I mean, like I said, Ten Hag maybe would have crashed out of the Europa, but he was getting most of the league points. Him and Ruud. If you wanted to get rid of Ten Hag, Ruud was winning. You could have got another interim, is what I'm trying to say. You didn't have to force this guy, right?
Like I said, just leave Ruud in that job. The end of the summer. I said it. Leave Ruud Van with a job, because as much as you want to deny the fact, Ruud did not lose. The game he managed, I think he managed a game against Leicester, which was 4-0 or whatever. And they brought in Ruben. They should just let the guy there to oversee everything to the end of summer. Then you go for your man. Go on, bro.
And I want you to keep something in the back of your mind, Timber, because it'll make you laugh. All of those things I'm going to present about Ineos has happened in under 2 years. So it hasn't even been 2 years of Ineos, and everything I'm saying happened, right? So they got this guy. They got him while they were building Ten Hag's system, mind you. So they were buying players for Ten Hag and got a guy who plays a completely different system. And despite that, he did get us to the Europa League final, Ruben, the guy they got, but we lost. They sacked him after 14 months, Ruben. So no manager has done 2 years under Ineos, by the way. They fought for Dan Ashworth, the garden leave thing, paying millions in compensation, only to sack this guy in December. So this guy was here from July to December in 2024, fired him. So this guy only had 159 days. I don't know how they expect anyone to prove themselves at a job. But anyway, the reasons why they sacked Dan Ashworth is because he opposed mid-season Amorim hire. Apparently, Dan was right. Preferred summer appointment. Apparently, Dan was right. Candidates like Southgate and Frank, okay, there we know he's wrong. But 2 out of the things he said they fired him for, he was right. Why are you hiring Ruben mid-season? And why are we not hiring a new manager in the next window? So Dan was right about those 2 things. Ineos hired him, hired Amorim, and then they fired Dan Ashworth, just like they fired Ruben. It cost us 4.1 million in payout fees for the best in class to be fired. Apparently. Now let's go to the summer of last year, guys. We spent 225 million on the attack. We spent money on Mateus Cunha, Brian Mbeumo, Benjamin Šeško, Diego Leon, Sene Lamans, and then this guy got loaned out. I didn't even know about him until I did the research. My point is, attack was not the only part of the pitch we needed to fix. We could have sacrificed one of the 10s to get a midfield. They didn't do that. They just decided if we fix the strikers, apparently happy days. Even though their manager said to them, "Hey guys, I kind of need a midfielder." Turns out Ruben was right. We needed a midfielder. Didn't sign him. Turns out we didn't need to spend that, what is it, 60 something odd million on Matthias Cunha because he's been rubbish, in my opinion. I don't know what his position is. And it's worse now because we want to play a 4-3-3. We don't have wingers, but we've got Matthias Cunha. So my point with this is that these people had no forethought in their planning for the summer. They didn't plan for injuries, for AFCON. They got rid of wingers, never replaced them. We got rid of midfielders, didn't replace them. No sort of flipping planning, bro, from these Ineos guys, bro. Look at this. No major defensive signings or DM role. Nothing. Data-driven hype turned into panic buy. These guys are telling us about data. That's how they're going to buy people. It's not gonna buy for the manager. We're gonna buy for the club. These criminals, bro. These guys kept Bruno Fernandes, and I love Bruno, guys. But Temba and I said at the time, the 100 million, for Pete's sake, would have helped us to do some sort of rebuilding. But anyway, they rejected the Saudi offer for Bruno, and we kept Bruno, and now we've got holes. And I'm not saying it's Bruno's fault, but sometimes, just like Vinícius Jr., you need to make a sacrifice for the success of the entire club. And unfortunately, Bruno is the most sellable commodity. Where else are we going to get 100 million for a damn player at this club? Nobody's paying no damn 100 million for Luke Shaw, for Dalot. Nobody's paying money for those guys. But hey, we've got money, apparently. That's what Ineos said. Zero contingency planning for a tournament. Ineos bought players as if they didn't know AFCON was coming, guys. Temba, did you know AFCON was happening this year?
Why not? Why not? We all knew.
AFCON was happening.
We knew. We knew.
Did you know that Ibrahim Mbeumo is Cameroonian? I knew that.
I knew. Ahmad.
Did you know Ahmad was gonna play in the AFCON? I knew that. So what's their problem? Why are you not planning for these tournaments, bro? Did you see what happened when we just lost 2 players to this tournament? The right hand died, bro. So what was Ruben's plan? Diego Dalot. Are you serious? That was the plan. Bro. Mazraoui, another one. Because we could have used Mazraoui right now in the right back.
True.
Because now we're watching flipping Diego Dalot missing open chances for us. But no, apparently these criminals didn't know we were playing another tournament.
Like that is a lie. Because there's no way they will tell me. There's no way they will tell me they never knew AFCON is gonna come. These guys, they knew. Just that it did not make any sense to me. Like, you guys, where I knew there was going to be a problem when this guy came into the club, where I knew there was going to be a problem was when Sergeant Ratcliffe himself said they are going to bring in the best in class. Now, the best in class would be Enzo Fernandez. The best in class would be Moises Caicedo.
Ralph Ragnick, bro.
The best in class,
bro.
Then this you didn't. Where I knew they contradict themselves, and they said we are going to get the next Mbappé, the next Bellingham. You went from saying you want to get the best in class. The best in class is Vini. The best in class is Mbappé. The best in class is Ruben. The best in class is Enzo Fernandez. The best in class is Caicedo. Then they also said, we are going to get the next Mbappé, the next Vini, the next. That was why I knew that no, it's going to be a problem. Then they brought in Patrick Dogo.
And we mustn't let these guys get away with this, bro. We need to talk about these. If you guys can fire Dan Ashworth, you can fire Omar Barada, you can fire Wilcox. Because this is, you see, if Sir Jim and the board are serious about fixing United, and this whole best in class statement, fire these guys. You see me, if I woke up tomorrow and I'm Sir Jim, God forbid, I don't want to be that old. God forbid.
Yeah.
But if I woke up and I'm Sir Jim, those pricks are getting fired. Because I also feel like, to a degree, as much as maybe we don't think it's best in class, I feel like those Vavel guys, just like our old recruitment guys, are being held hostage by Omar Barada's own plans that are full of nonsense, bro. Because Vavel and his team can go scout timber. They can go find the Erling Haalands of this world. But if they are not listened to by the technical director and by the CEO, it's pointless, bro. They will do. People used to say that United scouting was proper, just that nobody ever took their recommendations seriously. That was the whole point of bringing footballing people. Hence why I'm saying, if I was Jim, I would fire those guys and I would say, Ralph, bro, you got two choices. You can either be the technical director or you can be the CEO and you hire your technical director. Why? Because you've actually built football clubs. You understand football, and I've seen you cultivate a winning culture at other football clubs. You know what you're actually doing off the pitch. You being a manager or not being a manager has got nothing to do with your capabilities as a DOF. He clearly knows something, Timber. If he's able to flip and coach Austria to a World Cup, this man must know something about football, bro. He must know something about recruitment, bro. If Vavel says to him, hey, bro, I found Erling Haaland, let's buy him while he's still 5 million. I don't think Ralph Ragnick will be like, no. Because
you're right. Like, Vegeta, Ragnick is a better recruiter than Christopher Vivell. Because, and the reason why I said this guy knew what he was saying at United was because he recommended 10 players. He made mention of 10 players, whereby they have not even made the move as yet. It's just like what we used to see as a that do, whereby his sports talent talks about them, and that club goes and gets them. That was what Ragnick did. He made mention of Enzo Fernandez while he was still playing at Benfica. He made mention of Alvarez. He made mention of Alvarez when Alvarez was still playing his football in Argentina. That was when this man mentioned Alvarez. The 10 players, Akonji, as we mentioned, Manu Akonji, the 10 players this man made mention of that they need to bring into the club. Those 10 players, that same summer transforming the club signed every one of them. Every one of them.
Here's why I would hire him as a DOF or CEO. Because at the end of the day, those are the guys that get the final yes or no. And Ineos was given control over the footballing side of things. So as much as the CEO is supposed to make money, Ineos's focus is supposed to be footballing excellence at the club.
Yeah,
right.
True.
And I feel like I need to give a person like Ralph as much power as possible, because let's say I fire Wilcox and I put Ragnick as a DOF. Barada is trying to prove to Man City that he could have been a CEO, and he's doing True. Whereas I believe a person like Ralph will understand the task, especially given that he even managed here, bro. He's seen the facilities, he's seen the staff, he's seen the players. Some of these players were there when Ralph was there. Let's not forget that.
True.
You don't have to convince Ralph Ragnick that we shouldn't renew Flippin' Maguire's contract. You don't have to convince him that we need to sell Delo. You don't have to convince him. He knows these things. He coached them personally, bro. And that's why I want a person like Ralph. Doesn't have to be Ralph. I'm just using him as an example because I believe in Ralph's talent, ID, and his abilities. You put that guy at the top of the head and you say, bro, cook for 5 years. None of this Dan Ashworth stuff where we firing people after 159 days, bro. Even if Dan Ashworth was not the best in class, let him do his job, Timber. Your job can't hire you for that long and say you're better at your job. What if it's the culture that I'm in? That's why I'm not succeeding. And we need to fix the culture for me to succeed in this club. So let people cook. Then, because another problem, Timber, I don't know if you heard this. Wilcox was saying that he sees himself as a coach. Then why is he a technical director? Because apparently that's why he was telling Ruben to play 4-3-3. He says he sees himself as a coach. Brother, then why aren't you coaching? Why?
Like seriously?
Yeah.
He sees himself as a coach.
As a coach. But he's a technical director. Does that make sense? I'm a doctor, but I see myself as a pilot. Yeah. I perform surgery, but I can fly planes. I'm telling you.
Vegeta. Now you're making me laugh, man. Bro, they just sacked my manager. Like, my manager just left my club. He left.
No, but like Timber, like it's crazy.
But you guys make me laugh. Like, the guys can deceive himself as a coach. So you could basically say what Amorim went through is sabotage.
Yes, bro. Because
and maybe he's hoping like, no, they'll give me the job. Well, because you're not getting the job because Carrick is getting the job.
He's high, bro. You know, Temba, you know those clubs where a manager goes from a small club to a big club, and then we can see that, oh, he's not ready, he's not good enough for this level, he's good for that level. For me, that's Wilcox and Barada. As much as City is a big club, I feel like these guys, United is another level, bro. No matter how successful City has been, this it's another. You know this, bro. You support Madrid. There's levels to this thing, bro. These guys want to prove that they are good, and in doing that, bro, they are sabotaging us. They don't understand. If they put aside their pride and was making this about actually winning, some of the decisions would also shock them, bro. How do you have the liver to call a manager and tell him, put this guy in the 10, put this guy in goalkeeper? Do you train them, my brother? You don't even train them. Your job is to buy people and to make sure that the manager's job is working out. The fact that Ruben is failing is because of you too. You didn't buy him people. So you're not even good at your job, but you want to tell this guy how to do his job. That's why I'm saying it's like a doctor saying, I can fire. Can you imagine we are flying and we're going to a place and they're telling us, no, the doctor says he's better than the pilot, so he's going to take over. Lord have mercy, bro. Because I know those pilots have had hours of training, and this guy who has never seen a cockpit wants to fly.
Man, you're clever, bro.
Pray to God. You know, when you see Nigerians do this, you also better do this.
Yeah, go for it.
You better pray that day that plane lands.
Bro, man, no, man. The way clubs, the way things are doing, has been done in your club, man.
But Temba,
it keeps the review would always keep, like you guys will be saying you are doing a rebuild, you end up spending billions. Because when you look at it now, Vegeta, these guys, they backed Ten Hag up with how many million? Close to 300 million pounds.
Too much money, I'll say that much. Too much.
Close to 300 million. If it's not even more.
After was it the FA Cup he won? Should have fired him.
If not more, the spent for Ten Hag. You got Amorim, you paid, like they paid Newcastle to get Dan Ashworth. Like you spent 6 months getting Dan Ashworth. 3 months later, you sacked him.
You know? In less than 2 years.
Yeah, I'm saying they spent close to $1 billion.
In less than 2 years.
And in my own opinion, I think with the right setup, with the right mindset, that United team, I think $1 billion is enough to do the rebuild you guys are clamoring for.
But Chama, this thing is simple. This thing is simple. Omar Barada, I know you guys watch the social medias. In fact, I don't want to talk to Omar Barada. Get me Sir Jim himself. Sir Jim, brother, they are spending your money on rubbish, my brother. I will do Omar Barada's job for 1/10 of the price. Because you know why? I'm going to take your budget and I'm going to call people who know what they're doing to make this club win. And then you'll be thankful to me. I can do the job. Call me today. I'll give you my email address. I'm ready. You can fly me to England now. Sharp. I'll quit my job. Just pay me 1/10 of what you were paying these guys. I'll be there. Because you don't know nothing about football, Sir Jim. You don't know. You failed at Nice. You don't know anything about Man United. Us, we know United. In fact, me, I use my brain. Sir Jim, I know you're going to see this. Don't ignore this message, bro. It's Vegeta Sama on Twitter, Vegeta Sama on Instagram, whatever works for you, bro. DM me. Let's talk, bro. Send me to England. Let me fire people fast, sharp, bro. I know you like to fire people, bro. Let me fire people for you fast, sharp, bro. P41 immediately now, bro. Pack your bags.
And watch the rebuild.
And you watch.
But another thing again that man said. Honestly, do you think your fan base is really ready for a rebuild?
Temba, I don't think fans of successful clubs have ever been ready for a rebuild because we have dined at the top of the footballing table. If you look at it statistically, smaller clubs are more patient than our clubs. If you told Madrid fans tomorrow, give us 3 years, my lord, hey, my lord, you don't have 3 years. So I don't think as fans of big clubs, and I think that's what Sir Jim is not understanding. There is no project 2028. You have to do things between now and 2028 that buy you patience. And that's what also Ruben failed to understand, unfortunately, is that wins equal time. Period. Proper signings equal time. Period. If you as Omar Barada want to keep your job, take the time to consider your management hire. Take the time to consider what we are going to play, bro. Because you see, Temba, these people started out right when they said we're going to get coaches and players for the club, not the other way around. That is the right thing to do. Because if you do that, Temba, let's say we fire Ruben, it should be easy for us to identify another manager in a similar mode to continue.
That is what Brighton does. And honestly, my Vegeta, you might not say Chelsea and United, they've got bad owners. But the difference now between Chelsea and United is that as soon as they sign players, if they sign 10 players and they can see out of the 10 who sign, only 3 is working out. The remaining 7, Chelsea, they just know how to do it. I don't know how to do it.
It's because, bro, like
I don't know how to do it. They will sell the remaining 7.
But look at Chelsea signing.
Look at the sign. They sacked Maresca. As they sacked Maresca, they already had somebody already. Whether the guy is good or is not good.
Yes, but also the players are not Maresca players; they are Chelsea players. Timber, they are flexible in that regard that another manager can change. And this is dumb, bro. When you think about it, actually, now you wanted a specialist when you haven't even built a foundation. I think you can go to a point where you're getting a Ruben, where your club is so well built, you can afford to specialize. You have to pass matric to get into varsity. You can't go into first year without basic mathematical skills. It's impossible. You will fail the calculus at varsity. You get me? So all I'm saying is, and Ralph said this, Temba, to show you that I'm not crazy. It doesn't take you 5 years if you know what you're doing. It doesn't. Look at Man United on paper, Temba. The good job that Ineos did was you got rid of problematic players in one window. Sharp, fast. That was the right thing to do. But the problem, but the problem is that while you're getting rid of the bad players, you are not at the same time bringing in the right players. Like I said, did you need to bring 2 10s? I don't think so. You've got Bruno, you've got Mason Mount, you've got Joshua Zexi. What you want to say about their quality, that's up to you. But I feel like those guys, with the addition of a Mbeumo, are good enough. Why? Mbeumo gets goals, Bruno gets goals. Mount can get assist goals. You are sorted. You take the Cunha money, you get a proper number 6 that will be a successor to Casemiro. Temba, that's how you use your aging players. You identify the talent. You say, Casemiro might be getting old, but he's still a quality player. Let me get an understudy that can play under Casemiro for 2 or 3 seasons. And also, if he's struggling, Cas can take the pressure because Cas has been taking the pressure. He can deal with the booze. He can deal with the bad days while you are learning how to play for Man United. Man United is not just about your talent, just like Los Blancos. It's not just about the talent. It's about the ability to deal with the pressure of the fan bases. You know, it's nice to say that you're going to a stadium with 80,000 fans until you feel the pressure of 80,000 fans. It's something different, bro. There's a difference between 30,000 and 80,000, my bro, of people who will be on your neck if you don't perform. That's why you need to be signing in a strategic way to say that maybe I need to get Neves instead of Ugarte. Why am I helping PSG? Why? PSG needed me to buy Ugarte.
They needed you guys to buy. No, they needed you guys to buy João Neves. Neves.
I would have rather not bought Ugarte and they also don't get their player and fix my club so that I can get Neves at a later stage. Maybe Neves doesn't want to come to me because I'm losing, but if I'm actively fixing, sometimes it's not easy to see a project when it's in its starting phases. But if you are doing the right job, a person can come and say, oh, you know what, I can see. You're going to put the pool here. You're going to put the gun. I can see it. I see the vision. And they can buy into that, bro. And also, you're still Manchester United, bro. I know that means nothing to a lot of people, but you're still Man United, bro. There are players and managers who are dreaming of being the people to bring that club to glory. Because I guarantee you, the first person to win a Premier League will go down in history. It'll be even bigger than City winning a treble. Because you've done the impossible, bro. You've taken a club of Manchester's size that has finished 15th and you've won a league, bro. So you can still lean on that as long as you're doing the right things today, bro. You have to plant the seeds, you have to till the ground, and you have to water. What's the problem with us, Temba? I'll make another analogy that's going to make you laugh. You want to build a house, but you started with the roof. What is that roof sitting on?
Bro.
There's no building, there's no foundation, there's no land. We haven't bought the land, but you want to build the roof.
Bro, man. Bro, it's crazy, man, honestly.
These rich people made life difficult, bro. Maybe it's because I'm broke, bro. Maybe I can make plans because I'm broke. Maybe Sir Jim needs to be broke for a day to understand how we feel and to know how to fix the problems. Because these guys are making stupid mistakes, Temba. Like, I even trust my own 4-year-old daughter to make better decisions than Omar Barada. Honestly. My daughter will make better decisions for Man United.
Oh,
let's fire that guy. Also, you Perez, I don't know how you're gonna. You see this thing of elections in Spain. It's just as bad as us with this ANC thing because you cannot see the problem, but to vote out Perez is a different.
It's a problem. It's a massive problem. I tell you, it's a massive one. Honestly,
and I wonder who they hire, bro. That's gonna be an interesting opinion.
Honestly, I want to see who they want to hire because, honestly, man, that's why I said the only one person they can go out and get for me is Jurgen Klopp. Honestly, that is one person I would want. So they are able to pull the string.
Bro, you still lost Blanco. You guys are still lost Blanco, bro. There's something about there's only one club, man. When I see the badge, I'm like, yo, you guys can chat to me, bro. And that's Madrid. Because and everybody's experiencing this now. All the big clubs. They used to ask us, how does Madrid steal Ronaldo? Now you don't know. Because Madrid is the highest pinnacle. Madrid and Barcelona in Spain are the highest pinnacle of football. It's Maradona played, Zidane played. It's bro. There's something about those shirts that if those guys approach your club, it's finished and it's okay. Don't be ashamed. Those guys are bigger than us. It's okay.
Don't be ashamed, man. Don't be ashamed.
Are we back? Are we doing this year? Because I'm back streaming, bro. I've done a few shows. The therapy is back as well because look at my club. The therapy is back on YouTube because we need it. So is the Vegeta and Banks Show back, bro?
Yeah, it's back. It's back, bro.
Since we are back, guys, we'll be back on our normal schedule of Thursdays at 7 p.m. South African time. That's 5 p.m. UK time. Go tell a friend to tell a friend. Go share the videos. This year, we are going to reach our YouTube goals. We are getting monetized. We are increasing followers. And we are giving people an opportunity. You saw Munch call. Guys, it's the Vegeta and Banks Show, but you guys can also call in, have your say, get angry. We don't sin bin people on this channel unless you say rubbish. Don't be racist. Don't be dodgy.
Yeah.
Don't come do that stuff. We're talking about football. We're here for football things. And then, guys, I'll be back. PSL is gonna come back as well because Bafana got knocked out of AFCON. So PSL is coming back. That's gonna be fun. La Liga streams might also come back if depending on Temba's availability. We might do that again. And of course, EPL streams. So that's content, guys. I feel like that's worth a subscriber. There's plenty of.
It does.
Shout out to men like Waffle Don says, big up my brothers, big up to you, bro.
And
if you're watching after this, tell us in the comment section what do you think about Xavi walking away from Madrid. Are you on Temba's side?
I love it.
How do you guys feel about Carrick, by the way? He's gonna be the interim. It's not Oli. Carrick won the battle. So Carrick at the wheel. Don't know how you feel about that.
Not the leg on the wheel.
Yeah, and we don't know. Maybe Madrid can still win the league. I wouldn't hold my breath, but there's still a chance, guys. It's not right.
Yeah, bro. Big up to everybody, man. We are back.
Shout out to you, Temba. We are back. Yes, Temba, get a mic stand for that mic.
I will do so, man. I will do so. Definitely,
you see this, bro? This is so convenient. Look at this.
Yeah, it is. And I used to have that. I used to always get something else, man. I have to.
Yeah, bro. Get this thing, bro. Sort out your life.
I will. Trust me, I will.
I need to go spend time with my wife and kids. Shout out to you guys. It's been Vegeta. It's been Timber Banks. We are out of here, people.